what you said, Bob, is that there's no way of knowing what's real, but there is. You just got to decide that you want to see it, and then take time to figure it out. And you know, there's this cool thing that you all know about. It's called the new you. It's the new sound, and comes from the true reality life is the real. You know, so when you start singing the song and paying attention to what life is, life will keep showing you more of what it is, and then you just keep paying attention and recognizing what it's showing you, and it's real fun. It's a real adventure. And so yeah, like some people, for example, they'll see what you're talking about with the reptilians on the real side and how they're controlling people and they want to destroy the whole planet. Their idea is like, if we can't have it, no one can, so we'll just burn the whole thing and turn it to like a planet like Mars where you can only live underground. It's just like not that cool, you know? So that's the real side, but the true reality life is it's just pure and sincere and it's invisible. So you got to learn to see the invisible isness that supports all life, you know? And it's a real adventure. It can be hard at times in creation because you got cause and effect and it's just always going this way and that way. But when you just keep going and paying attention, it's a real adventure, you know. And I've been, like I said, into the future timelines, and I'm just trying to make sure it gets where it can go so that it can create a real benefit, which is what you're trying to do. I'm trying to assist you on the different timelines on the real side. And yeah, I can see that you guys are deciding a wonderful, real adventure. So, yeah, it can be quite cool. Even in creation here, if you've got a pure intent and you see the useness. Yeah.
And Bob, I also noticed with human element, like you say, like Bluey mentioned, they are invested in their ideas and thinking a little bit too much. They think their thoughts, their ideas are real, that in fact these are just tools for use to wake up with, because the unknown, the isness, the reality that really is, well, this is another element here, that we use ideas and thinking. But humans are so attached to these ideas and thinking that they get sidetracked. They keep coming back for more because they are so attached to them. But like I see, these are just tools to use to see more. If they do not want to see more, they will be stuck in their ideas. And the ideas and thinking are okay. Don't get me wrong, Bob. These are okay. I'm not negating these things. But what I notice with humans, they think too much. They are indoctrinated into these systems and ideas that the controllers have created for humans. And humans are like sheep, Bob. They're like they're followers to any public image or news event, and it goes nowhere, Bob. And I know Bluey sees this too. See, Bluey and I are from a detached, or we see things from bigger planetary galactic level. So we see things from a bigger perspective, Bob. And this is in somewhat of an advantage, because most humans are one-dimensional. They only see one reality, and they think this is it, and they have promises of heaven. They have promises of money and different things places to go, but actually reality is now. It's here and now.
I'm seeing I just got a picture of an idea. Maybe this might throw some light on what you're saying. Is all these ideas that people are brought up in on Earth, all the different religions, all the businesses, and all these different things, that all these ideas that are on Earth, like, become a Christian and go to heaven, and and all this stuff, or be a Buddhist and get nirvana and all this. To me, it just occurred to me, it's much like a grocery store, or correction, not a grocery store, but more like a clothing store. If you go into a huge clothing store, they have clothes all over the place. They have different colors, different sizes, and you can wander around in the store, and eventually you'll come across a set of clothes that fits you just perfectly. And that set of clothes is like the ideas that you believe in. You think, wow, man, I found just the right thing for me. I found the perfect wear, and I can turn my life all around this set of clothes. But what you're saying is, we need to get out of the clothes store and go outside and realize that's where reality is. Get away from that clothes store, get away from all these ideas that we've bought into, and realize there's a lot more to life than just that one compartment. Is that kind of like an idea of what you're saying?
Yes, Bob, yes. I've been in Target. I've been in Macy's. I've been in Emporium. I've been in Sears when it was around. These are okay. It's okay to go to clothes stores, but you're right. There must be a time when we realize or recognize that the clothes stores are just temporary. You could say they are lifetimes we live, but eventually we have the opportunity to move on to more, to see more than the clothes store idea, for this comfort and safety and security idea of these ideas that people are so programmed to believe in. So it's true. It's true, Bob. I see it too. We see it from a galactic level. Now, this is an opportunity for me to learn too, Bob. Bluey, I wanted to ask, I know he's associated with the elementals, I believe, I see. So I wanted to ask Bluey, how are the nature spirits reacting to what's going on Earth? Are they doing anything? Are they upset? Can they do anything? Or are they... What is going on with the nature spirits, Bluey? Do you have access to this information?
Yeah, thanks. So they're kind of like the new presentation. They're doing everything they can to support the all-natural environment. They don't quite have the same recognition of the isness, but they see what makes sense with the all-natural environment, and so they're doing what they can. But if they get more agreement from the humans, they can do more. And that agreement is simply acknowledging what makes sense and acknowledging that they're even there. Most people are so dumbed down, literal and boring and business-like. They don't even know about the fairies and the gnomes and these cool little creatures that are doing their bit every day to help your food grow and keep the air pure for you to breathe. And it's getting pretty hard for them to do their job right now. There's a good movie called Tinkerbell, and it explains what the fairies do pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Bluey, yes, yeah. This is makes sense to many people and to the nature people as well. Now, I'm associated, and I know you are too, with the Rainforest Program projects in Baja, Mexico. Wonderful worldwide educators planning and pursuing rainforest reforestation, afforestation projects. Now let me read from website for people here to see. It's turfclub.club, turfclub.club. It reads here, we are us universal survivors, as are the birds and animals who do not harm the all-natural environment, supporting everyone here. It is more than makes sense to us that each person on this planet Earth should be more than willing to support what actually supports everyone here, instead of having an attitude of ingratitude. And Bob, that's why we're here. That's why the visitor and Bluey are here, to help make sense of planet Earth. And basically, Bob, it's survival. It's so simple. Why are people so, they don't see it? I don't understand, Bob, why they don't see it. It's survival. Why would they be killing themselves by killing air, food, and water? Their survival. It's perplexing, Bob, from the galactic level.
Yeah, Sandy would like to say something. She has a neat experience she wants to share.
This has got to do with the environment and the elementals. And it was a couple weeks ago, I was walking my little dog outside, and I thought it would be interesting and good to sing the New You to everything in the yard. And so I started with the granite. Our house is built on granite, as is most of the houses in this area. They actually have to dynamite it out to build a house. And so I thought, for a good foundation, I would start singing New You to the granite. And as I did, it started singing or humming it back to me. And so I moved on down the lawn, and I sang New You to the trees until I heard them sing it back. And then I sang it to the flowers. I have a lot of wildflowers we have a little forest behind our house. And it used to be bigger, but they decided to build apartments. But that being said, I have a little patch of it back there. We don't use any pesticides or any weed killers or anything that would harm the environment at all. So it's pretty wild and natural back there. And I have wild daisies and black-eyed Susans that decided to make an appearance one day. And so I sang to them the New You. And the sun started peeking out from the clouds, I should say. And on a daisy, I saw a fairy. And her iridescent wings just sparkled in the sunlight. And so I sang the New You not only to her but the flower, and they joined in. They joined in singing the New You. And I happened to glance down the lawn. We have some rocks left over from the granite, and that lined something. And I happened to see a little gnome sitting on there. He had little beige pants on with suspenders and a little green jacket, and he had kind of a smooshy little beige hat on top of his head. So I walked over to him and talked about the New You, and then sang New You to him, and he started singing it. And I did the same to the grass. And we have weeds. It's really interesting, we have a Mediterranean thistle that showed up in the yard. And my growing up, my grandmother had thistles, but they were always a blue globe flower on the end. This is a pink flower, pink fuchsia color, and but they're growing like 6 feet high and apart in the little forest back there. And so I sang New You to them, and they joined in. And all of a sudden, I heard my whole yard humming and singing the New You. So it was a really pretty experience there. And one of the other things I wanted to add, what you were talking about before, this morning as I'm walking around the house, and I have, I'm just doing the personal stuff with the personal self that we sometimes have to put up with. I started hearing Christmas music. Okay, there's nothing on. Neighbors aren't blaring. They don't blare any radio or anything. And I'm going, where is this coming from? And all of a sudden I see this band, this subconscious band around the earth. And they are starting to broadcast Christmas music into our subconscious already. So they got plans. And the way to escape this is to get to the real side, to sing New You and become more aware and find out what is real. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Sandy. That was wonderful. And while Sandy was saying all that, I was reminded, when we were little kids, we used to watch those Walt Disney 3D color cartoons and movies. And at the time, Walt Disney presented these like fairylands where all the trees talked and everybody got along wonderful, and there was tremendous harmony. Everything was absolutely wonderful. It was just a fairyland. The sky was beautiful. There were beautiful rainbows and beautiful flowers everywhere, and all the people worked together, and everything was absolutely wonderful. Life was wonderful. All the animals were wonderful. Everybody had their pets that were wonderful, and it was a time of great delight and beauty, and actually even to the point of wonder. And that's the new presentation. That's what we're trying to show people, that to get in harmony with the environment, restore that beauty, that dream that we had when we were kids. And that's the way life should be. And when you do the New You, you're helping us work toward restoring that on this planet. And so you compare our dreams and all those beautiful visions we had when we were kids, and compare that to life today, where the reptilians are destroying the environment, the military's doing chemtrails, and all this stuff that's going on this planet. It's just absolutely no comparison whatsoever. And so we invite all our listeners to sing New You, see the way things really are, and we ask everybody to join in and step up and return the planet to the beauty that it was intended to be in the first place. So, Val, are you still on, Val?
Hi, yes, I am, Bob.
So, Val, would you like to make some more comments about your program and how the forest, the rainforest and the Baja and all that you're doing? That's just one small step, but we need people worldwide to step up and stop ruining the environment and start putting it back to like a tropical paradise again. Could you share some more with that with everybody?
Sure. I think people have to. They have to ask themselves: are they going to stay with what they've known, which even on basically a subconscious level, they know it's not going right here on Earth, or are they going to take the risk and see more? And that's where we come in. And we're making it really easy for people by starting with the natural environment, because this is something they can relate to. So it's nothing far out or weird or spiritual, which is okay to be spiritual and religious, but we're not going there. We're going with what makes sense here, so people can understand this and relate to it. So the projects are something that they can participate in right now, and with whatever skills they have or what knowledge or people they know.